Are you about to start selling coffee mugs online and you're trying to figure out where you should be pricing them at? And you're afraid that maybe you're going to price them too low and you're not going to make any money. Or maybe you're going to just price them too high to make the money you want, but nobody's going to buy them because they're priced too high. Well, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 steps that should get you to the point to where you actually feel confident and sound in your pricing strategy for your online coffee mug business. Now, before we get started, my name is Derek and welcome to the DIY Mug Biz channel. We are a new channel here on YouTube that's dedicated to helping people just like you to start their very own highly profitable online coffee mug businesses from scratch. So if this sounds like a place you want to be, make sure you subscribe because we are trying to get subscribers because we are a new channel and we would really appreciate it. And before we get started, Lala and I have actually created our ultimate DIY Mug Biz starter kit for free. If this is something you're interested in, it'll show you all the equipment and inventory and where to get all of that to start your own highly profitable online coffee mug business. If that's something you're interested in, Lala will show you where you can get that again for free at the end of this video. So make sure you stick around. So now let's get to those 3 points. So point number 1 is cost. In determining any type of pricing strategy, it always has to begin with the base price of the cost, and then you're going to build on it from there. So when you're considering the cost with this, number 1, you're going to have to consider the cost of the actual coffee mug itself. The coffee mug is going to cost, probably somewhere around, $3 in bulk, possibly depending on your supplier. There's Heat Press Nation, there's Coastal, there's a few others. But then also in your costs, you want to consider your packaging costs. So how are you going to actually ship this and make sure it doesn't break? You have to build that into your cost. If you're going to use, packing peanuts or packing paper or bubble wrap, or maybe even one of those mug molds. We actually recently did a video on how we pack our mugs to make sure that there is no breaking whatsoever when they get delivered. If you want to check out that video. We will tee it up for you here. But whatever that cost is associated with that, you want to make sure you build that in also. Now, lastly, the last thing you want to consider in your cost is your marketing and branding. Are you going to be having any inserts? Are you going to be having any, freebie giveaway type things in the package itself? Maybe you're going to be doing something like gift wrapping. That's also an additional cost, additional value that you have to account for to providing to your customer. Once you get all those costs, I'm not going to roll delivery costs into this. That would be separate. Get those 3 primary costs, roll them up into a total cost. That's going to be your cost per each mug to get started. Now, in the next point here, we're talking markup. So now that you know what your cost is, how much additional are you going to be able to charge for your profit? Like I said at the beginning of this video, you don't want to charge too little so that this isn't even worth your time, but you also don't want to charge so much that, nobody's going to essentially buy it, right? That's the biggest fear that many of us mug sellers have. And I'm going to share with you in the next point how you could probably charge more than you ever thought you could, get very profitable, and not have your sales be affected whatsoever. But before you do that, you have to kind of get an idea of markup. So in this step number 2, I recommend you go to Amazon or Etsy. We are big Etsy sellers. I know, kind of the eyes roll when you say Etsy, but it's still been a very good platform with us that hasn't come without its frustrations and its growing pains, but it's still good enough for us to stay on there for the time being. So what you can do is go to Etsy, check out the other mugs that are relatable and comparable to you. Primarily, you want to be looking at size. So is it 11 ounce or 15 ounce? For example, this is a 15 ounce mug. We only sell 15 ounce mugs. We just find it's a lot more value to the customer. 11 ounce mugs nowadays, it's 2021, we're in the 21st century. Those 11 ounce mugs, they're pretty dinky and they're kind of underwhelming, we find, when they get delivered. So 15 ounce versus 11 ounce, see what people are pricing those at. I recommend you look at the first 10 pages of search results and find a mean, median, average price, however you want to go about it. Get a tight range. My guess is you're probably going to find mugs anywhere from around $10, $11 on the low end, and that could be for the 11 ounces, all the way up to $18, $19. That's going to kind of be your skew, your standard deviation if you're a stats person. It's going to be somewhere in there. It's kind of a big range. If you're looking for primarily 15 ounce for this example, I think you're going to be around $14 to $19. So now if you're able to charge in the $14 to $19 range and your cost is, say, maybe $5, $6, $7, that kind of shows you what your profitable markup and profit margin can be. It really gets you into a narrow niche ballpark, and you should start feeling good about this because it's working for other sellers and you know kind of what your profit margin is going to be. So now in the next step, step 3, I recommend that you get on the higher end of that as possible. So point number 3 here is going to be offer more value. Here on the DIY Mug Biz channel, again, Lala and I, we are teaching people just like you to build highly profitable online coffee mug businesses from scratch. And that means you're doing it yourself. That's what the DIY stands for, right? So this doesn't mean you're using print on demand or, fulfillment, because your profit margins are going to be a lot less. It's going to be hard, almost impossible to make the type of money that we make per mug in our businesses. And it's going to be a lot more probably than what you think. And I'm going to reveal to you in just a second the price that we actually charge for our 15-ounce mugs. And it's probably going to knock you off your seat a little bit. And I'm going to show you why we're able to do that and why we're encouraging you as a highly profitable seller in the coffee mug space to do this. Again, point number 3 is by offering more value. So offering more value, what you can do and what I did for a couple of years is order from your competition. I started to do this because I wanted to see what other people were doing besides just putting a mug in a box and shipping it off, right? So I would get one order and they had a cool little insert. So I tacked that up on my board and made a note. Okay, somebody had a nice fancy insert. I really like that. And then another one that had like a little bag that they put it in, but no insert, but just the bag. So I liked the bag. So put that in there. Another one that had like a little piece of candy or something, like just a little freebie in there. Nothing else, but they just wrapped it. So I tacked that on the board and I kind of got an idea of some of these little things. And, Lala and I, we came up with this strategy to offer really high value, really impressive mugs that allows us to charge a high price point without affecting our sales and creating really excited customers when they receive it because it's actually gift ready. And they're really happy to pay more for it, and they leave us awesome reviews. So what do we charge? We charge $22.87. We profit $15 per mug. We are not a high volume seller. We make all of our mugs ourselves. We encourage you to do that. That's what we do here on the channel, and that's exactly what could be possible for you. And the way you do that is by offering more value. So what do we do? Well, essentially all those things I just mentioned that I saw competition doing in a little bit of ways. We do all of them. So we do really amazing gift wrapping. Check out the video on gift wrapping that Lala did recently here on the channel on how we gift wrap our mugs. It's all there. And again, you can find out where we get this stuff in our free DIY Mug Biz starter kit. At the end of the video, we'll show you where we get all this stuff. I mean, we're not keeping anything from you guys. We want you to do this for your mug business and get in the $20 plus range for your sale prices and start making these type of profit margins. So we do the insert, we do the gift wrapping, and we also give like some mints or suckers, things like that. You wrap it all up nice in a bag. You make sure you use the break proof, shipping method that we also did a video on to make sure that that beautiful gift comes gift ready, but they don't open the box and they find it in pieces, right? Because that would just ruin the whole thing. And then you have to replace those costs. It becomes super expensive. So you really need to make sure that you use our shipping guarantee method to make sure your mug doesn't break, so that when you go through these ways of offering more value here, charging more, that you don't start getting broken mugs or defects. So guys, I hope that makes a whole lot of sense to you. I encourage you to go the extra mile so you can offer more value and charge more as a DIY seller so that you don't have to use print on demand or fulfillment. It's up to you, but the margins make it worth it for us to do that. So if you liked this video, I try to give you my 3 main points here. Smash that like button. And also, again, consider subscribing. We really appreciate your subscriptions even more right now because we are a brand new channel and we need subscribers. So now, as promised, I'm going to turn it over to Lala. She's going to show you where you can get our ultimate free DIY Mug Biz starter kit to show you where to get all the inventory and equipment that we literally use in our business. We show you literally where to get it. I'll hand it over to her now, and I'll see you in the next video.
The link for the ultimate DIY Mug Biz starter kit will be in the description below. Also, you will find that link in the comment. Once you click that link, it will take you to this homepage. Once you're on the homepage, if you scroll down, it will be the first box. Once you click on that first box, it'll take you to the homepage of the Ultimate DIY Mug Biz Starter Kit. In the starter kit, you will find the exact equipment and inventory you need to start your very own mug business. If you scroll down, you'll be able to find the goods that the starter kit will prepare you and educate you for your own mug business. And then if you keep scrolling down, you'll find the enroll button. Once you click on that button, it will take you to this sign up page. Once you sign up, you will get an email confirmation saying that you are now enrolled. I hope that this video was helpful, and if you like this video, please click the like button. Also, if you're thinking about starting your own online mug business, consider subscribing to our channel because mugs are all that we do. And I will see you in the next video.